Saturday night, and it's time for a fight.
Sound like it should be a song.
That is actually a song. That's a song.
I know.
So let's start with SmackDown because SmackDown dovetails into Saturday night's main event. So let's start with SmackDown,
All right.
and it started out with I thought was going to be something different, but all of a sudden Tiffany Stratton is pissed off. She's like, I'm not gonna wait for you, Jade. We're gonna do this right now. And Nick Aldis goes, no, 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 we're not gonna do this. Like, I'm not even sure if you're cleared or not. She's like, screw this, Nick. We're gonna do this. And then Jade came out in a Catwoman cat suit. And she started talking shit to Tiffy. She said, Taffy Top is gonna be over tomorrow. And Tiffy tried to run at her, but security stopped her.
Because he's quote unquote injured.
Yes.
He says something to the effect of probational. The match is probational or some shit. Didn't use that exact word, but something along those lines.
Basically what he was saying, because like this, like it gets cleared up later on in the night and also on Saturday night's main event,
Yeah.
that he was saying he's not sure if she's cleared, and she's like, no, fuck this, I want to do this. And that both happens. Well, screw it, we can just go to that part of the Saturday night's main event because that was the first match. He basically, like, she basically kept saying, well, that was in the first match, it was the second match. So basically kept saying, listen, I don't know if you're ready. And right before the match, she was like, no, fuck this. Like, and she was holding her legs. She was like, no, I'm doing this and I'm going to get it over with. So she just goes into the match, and Jade Cargill beats the holy hell out of Tiffany, just beats the fuck out of her, and becomes a new champion.
Boy, did she fuck her up. Like, that shit was crazy.
Dude, this is the dominant Jade from AEW,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the heel evil Jade, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Had it not been for like a tiny bit of offense that Tiffany pulled off, it damn near would have squash match.
Yeah. Like she was beating the holy hell out of Tiffy, and she did exactly what we all wanted her to do, win the title, and now she's the champion.
Yep.
So
Congratulations to her.
back to SmackDown, they did a video package for Ilya Dragunov. This was a banging video package.
Hell yeah.
It was about him recuperating and all that, and they're like, "All right, we're keeping an open challenge." So this is a thing, and I like the open challenge. And a lot of stuff happened, and like this happened last week and a little bit the week before on SmackDown, and I'm noticing it and I'm liking it a lot more than I should, and we'll talk about it in a few seconds.
Okay.
But then they go to the back, and Truth is there, and he's acting like Santa Claus giving candy to the Motor City Machine Guns. So that was funny. Then the MFTs come to the Motor City Machine Guns. The Motor City Machine Guns is like, oh, remember when we had our first night on SmackDown? Oh, that's right. We beat you guys for the tag team championships. And we're going to do it again. And Solo's like, no, fuck that. My team is going to win the tag titles. And he said, all right, well, how about tonight? You guys against us. Bet. And that set up a match for later.
Yep.
So then we go to the ring. And Nathan Fraser's music hits. So he's coming down the ring to answer the open challenge. But all of a sudden, Ciampa just balls past and was like, no, 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 fuck this. Like, I want the match. So you thought exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. It,
'Cause
it should have happened that way too.
I, the only reason I disagree is because of the way shit happens later on in the show. That's what I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? That was a right move. But so Ilya Dragunov goes, you know what? No, you're not getting a shot. Nathan Fraser was the first one out here. He's getting a shot. You Better luck next time. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And so it's just Nathan Fraser versus Ilya Dragunov. And of course, this match was awesome, but Nathan Fraser almost died.
Almost. Shit. I think he did die and came back to life.
That shit was so crazy because he went for like a overhead suplex from the top rope, but Nathan Fraser looked like he damn landed on his head. But they just kept going for like 30 more seconds, and Ilya Dragunov beats him. But that move was just like, oh my god, like, did he just kill him? But here's the funny part: like, I think that's the new norm with these open challenge matches that Ilya Dragunov will damn near kill somebody
Yes. Yes.
because that's exactly what it was. Like, oh shit, he's like he almost fucked him up. But yeah, like I love Ilya Dragunov matches. They're fucking awesome.
Pretty much you have to kill him to beat him, type of thing.
Yes, and he reminds me of somebody who I will not name on this podcast, but he reminds me of that person, and I was a huge fan of that person. And Ilya Dragunov has the same exact things.
I was gonna tell you don't mention him, but okay.
Yes. Then after the match, Ciampa came out, and Ciampa just like beat the shit out of Nathan Fraser and beat up Axiom, and basically looked at Dragunov, and Dragunov was like, "You're still not getting the title shot. You have to be the first person out in an open challenge. That's how it works."
He doesn't know.
Apparently, he doesn't. So in the back, you get DIY and Fraxium fighting, but then you have Dragunov back there, and he's pissed off, and he turns right around and bumps into Tamatanga. And Tamatanga looks at the title and goes, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." So that's the thing that's been happening with this fucking show for the last 3 weeks. You have interwoven storylines that all like click together. And
Love that.
like I've said a few weeks ago about war games, I'm really sticking to my guns with war games. The only problem is I don't think the Wyatts will be in this because of Bo Dallas and his dad situation. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason I think they will be taken out. They were around throughout the show, the Wyatts, but Bo Dallas won't be there because of Mike Rotunda. And prayers and well wishes to him. Hope he gets better.
Yes.
But like he's going through a rough time, and that's why Bo Dallas isn't around.
Yeah.
So then we get to Kit Wilson. He comes out with his own music, which is just a version of Pretty Deadly's music. Is just basically Pretty Deadly's music without the beginning.
Yeah.
And so he's wrestling Carmelo Hayes. And I was actually shocked by Kip Wilson by himself doing good.
Keep him by himself.
Yeah. And a lot of people was like, yo, did you split up from the other guy? And they like, he's like, no, he's just injured. What are y'all talking about?
I mean, he was that good. I wouldn't mind if they break up. See,
Yes.
see what the other one could do.
And so they're having a match. And then Miz comes down, hits the skull crushing finale on Mello, and he throws him back in the ring. And I'm like, oh my God, is Kit going to beat Mello? But Mello kicked out. And then Mello winds up winning, even though Miz interfered. And I was like, okay, they're going to make Mello. Okay. But then Miz attacked him after the match.
As long as he won.
Yes. So then we had Lexi and Charlotte, and they were talking because Lexa has to fight Naya. And I was thinking because this is Halloween, they're gonna do a Halloween fuck fest. No, they didn't do that at all on this show, which fucked me up.
Like I noticed that, like all the holidays they haven't done like those typical matches that they do.
Yeah, and it's very weird.
I'm okay with it.
Yes. So then we get Sammy, and Sammy's talking, and Sammy's like, yo, I want to fight the MFTs. And he's like, no. He's like, well, I want the US title. He was like, no. So then Cody walks in, and Sammy looks at him. It's like, "Hey, buddy," but he looks at the title, and it's like, "All right, we know where that's going." And then Nick Aldis says, "Cody, I got something to ask you." Cody's like, "What is it?" "Did you attack Jacob Fatu?" And Cody's like, "No." "Okay, well, the contract signing is later. Everything that you wanted in the contract is in the contract." He goes, "Okay." So that has everybody, including you, and laying on the Cody heel turn.
Yeah, even though like there's a second theory, but yeah. But
Yeah. Mhm.
it might be one of those things where it's like too obvious that it's fucking him, so it might not be him, you know?
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking it's way too obvious to be him.
Yeah.
And because they start laying it out and like it's not just like a fan theory, they're starting to pour a little gasoline on that fire. I'm like, that's just making it seem like way too obvious. Because they're pouring gas on this fire that everybody thinks like, oh, it's Cody. Cody's turning heel. He's definitely gonna turn heel, right? They're pouring gas on this fire, and it's like, oh, he's definitely gonna be heel. And it's like, that's too on the nose.
Yeah.
They're like with them pointing it out, like heel turn, heel turn, heel turn. It's like no heel turn.
Like if he does, it won't be because of that, you know?
Yeah, but like I have this weird feeling like it's not him, but I don't know who it is, and it's not Drew that attacked Jacob.
My theory,
Hmm.
Tamatanga. They
That's what a
victory.
lot of people were saying at this time of Tonga, but I'm not going with that either. I have this weird feeling that it's something that we haven't seen yet. And it's going to be one of those fucked up things where it's like they're leaning into something and it's like the Cody thing. They're like, oh, it's Cody, it's Cody, it's Cody. But right before like the reveal, the person comes out and fucks up Jacob Fatu and it's like, then you get the RKO hit from Randy to Cody, and that's it.
Okay. I'm down with
Yeah.
that.
Because I have this weird feeling that it's Randy, and Randy took out Jacob because why the fuck ain't I getting a fucking title shot? And now everybody's looking at Cody. It's Cody. It's Cody. Cody's the bad guy. And then when Randy comes back, Randy doesn't. Randy doesn't have anything to worry about. It is like I took out everybody because you are not fucking paying attention to me. Fuck you. You're dead. Hits him with an RKO, and that's it.
Especially if more people go down by this time.
Listen, like we're gonna get to that in just a few seconds about more down, but it's like this is how this happens.
Yeah.
So then we had Alexa versus Naya, and Alexa gets the win, and Naya barely like survives. But here's the funny part: later on in the show, they say Charlotte is gonna face Naya next week, and I'm like, what the fuck for? Like she didn't do anything. Like what the fuck
Right?
is
Exactly.
weird. So then we have the MFTs, and they're walking out, and Phoenix is like, "Yo, I want to fight next week." And so I was like, "I'm not fighting you." And Phoenix was like, "I want to fight him." And then he slapped the shit out of Talatanga. And fucking Solo was like, "No, no, no, save that energy. Like, save that energy." He's like, "We want to take these people out in the tag match, so save that." And like I said, this is looking more and more like my theory is right, and it is getting more and more clear, especially after this match, because this is
Yeah.
like it's painfully obvious. So then we had something that I'm dreading to talk about. We have more of Damian Priest winning the fight Aleister Black,
Meh.
and so then we have this backstage interaction. Nick's still talking to Tiffy, but Julia walks up and Tiffy gets in her face, and then she gets in Kiana James' face. So basically, I'm like, okay, since Tiffy lost the title, now she's probably gonna face Julia for the U.S. title, which they need to let Julia wrestle because, like, what the fuck? But then Chelsea Green pops up with Alba Fire, and Chelsea's like, I want a shot. So Nick Aldis goes, fuck it, I'll give you a shot next week. And then Chelsea is being so happy, but she turns around and Nikki Cross is behind her and scares the shit out of her.
That made me laugh.
But here's the funny part. This is not the first time Nikki's been behind fucking Chelsea Green. This is not the first time.
Yeah.
And that like a lot of people don't didn't see her the second time, like the first time, but they see her now the second time. And it's like she wants that U.S. title because Julia and Chelsea keep talking about this title. She keeps popping up in the background. I'm like, okay, Nikki Cross is going to have something to do with this title soon. So okay,
I'm okay with it.
yes. So then we have the MFTs versus the Motor City Machine Guns, and they're taking on the Guns, and of course they beat the Guns. Is a foregone conclusion. They beat the shit out of the Guns. But then after the match, Phoenix shows up. And then after Phoenix shows up, then Nakamura shows up to help Phoenix. And I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. And Sammy already said he wants this. And then Dragunov getting approached by Tama, that's definitely another person. And it's like, okay, we're looking like we're shaping up war games on this side. We can go with this. This is the perfect way to go with the war games.
Yeah.
And also, I know a lot of people didn't see this and bring this up, which was actually fucking crazy. So when Tamatanga interfered in the match, he pushed Alex Shelley off the top rope. And if you watch it, it was the craziest shit ever. Cause like Alex Shelley's on the top rope, Tama pushes him, and Alex Shelley just goes into a void. And it's like, ah! And he just goes. And then like he gets up and it looks like he's hurt, but I haven't heard if he's hurt or not, but it just looked really fucked up.
Hopefully he's not hurt. Shit.
Yes. So I meant to say Tonga Law because I did say Tonga Tonga. I meant to say Tonga Law. So then we had Drew in the back talking to Nick Aldis was like, is everything in the contract? And Nick Aldis is like, yeah, everything is in the contract. Like, what are you looking for in the contract? He's like, don't worry, Nick. I'm not going to go out there and say nothing wild and do anything crazy. It's fine. So then they had a contract signing. And Drew just goes, I'm not signing it. Cody signs it and was like, why the fuck not? He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just give the title shot to somebody in the back. And he goes, that's what you want to do. He's like, you don't want to face me. He's like, Drew, why the fuck aren't you signing? He's like, because this doesn't favor me. Like, what do you mean it doesn't favor me? He said, because if you get disqualified, you keep the title. If you get counted out, you get keep the title. If I get disqualified, you keep the title. If I get counted out, you keep the title. Why don't we have the match where if you get disqualified or counted out, you lose the title? And Cody goes, you know what? Fuck it. And they sign a contract, and then Drew says, I'm the real American dream. I came here as an immigrant and I made something of myself. And he pissed off Cody, and just Cody just went to town and fucked him up and laid him out and put him through the table.
I was like, yeah, Cody's gonna fuck up.
Yes, but then we go to Saturday night's main event, and Cody wins by cheating, by the way. By the way, he wins by cheating
Like,
because. Uh-huh.
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because I was gonna say, like, argue the fact that Michael Cole said too. Like, did he know? Because, like, okay, he DDT Drew on the belt, but like,
Hmm.
you could argue the fact maybe he didn't know the belt was there, but then he threw away the evidence. So, yeah, I mean, you still did wrong.
Exactly. It was like it was definitely wrong. He DDT Drew on the fucking title, and
Hmm.
it was over. It was like, oh my god, like he knocked him out. He cheated. Yeah, that was crazy.
Right.
So, oh my god, like I, I was shocked. Like I was shocked that he cheated and won and kept the title. But speaking of cheaters, then we had the triple threat with Dominic, Rusev, and Penta. And Rusev had the accolade on Penta. The ref's looking right at him. The bell rings. And Rusev puts Penta down like, yeah, I won. And the ref's like, I didn't ring the bell. Rusev's like, yeah, give me my title. He's like, I didn't ring the bell. And then we see Dominic ringing the bell. So Rusev just grabs Dom, throws him in the ring. And when he throws him in the ring, Dom still has the fucking hammer. So he has the fucking hammer, and Rusev takes it from him. Rusev hits Penta with the hammer, goes down, throws Rusev gets thrown out the ring. One, two, three. Dom gets the win.
Other way around, by the way.
Other way around. But Dom cheated by cheating to get the win. Dominic Mysterio is still the champion.
And the reason I remember that, you know me or my memory. This spot usually pisses me off in three ways. Like, okay, if we're in it and we're cool, I'm gonna have the same reaction Penta had. Like, oh shit, I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit him. But if me and you got beef, like Rusev and Penta do have beef.
Mm-hmm.
Why had the reaction like, oh shit, I didn't mean to hit you, which he didn't mean to hit him, but still, it's a three-way. You hit him, pin him.
Right.
That's my pet
But
peeve with three ways.
fuck it, it happened. It happened. And then we had the main event, which was actually good. It wasn't like whatever. It was an actually good match because it was Punk versus Jey Uso for the world title, and nobody cheated. But CM Punk is now the new world champion.
I expected someone to cheat.
Yeah, I expected someone to come out after. I expected a lot, and nothing happened. He just won the title, and it was over. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. That's all I could say was okay. So that was that, and we go to Collision, which opened with the not acclaim versus Takeshita and Okada. And
Two teams that don't get along. Ain't that a bitch?
yes, this shit was funny because the whole time the acclaimed are arguing, then the whole time Takeshita and Okada is arguing, and the ending comes when fucking Max Caster and Anthony Bowens wind up hitting each other and fucking up the match because of a blind tag. And then Okada fucks this up. Like Okada hits the Rainmaker and he's about to do something. Fucking Takeshita pushes him and hits his finish on Anthony Bowens. One, two, three, match is over. And they're both beefing. And then after the match, they're looking at each other, they're beefing still, and Don Callis is like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong, everything's fine." And it's like, dude, they're gonna fight. Like they're gonna fight. Like right after that, it's like they just kept looking at each other, just like you can see it. And then Takeshita held up the title, was like, "Yeah, I got a title," and Okada's like, "So what? I got one too. Who cares?"
He wins
So
the world title though, so yeah.
yeah, but like they both they're beefing. It's happening, and it looks like it's happening soon. Like if they don't fuck this up, it's happening soon. The worst it'll be at Full Gear.
Yeah.
So then we had what is her name? Her name is Willow. I was gonna fuck it up, but Willow and Harley, and they're talking about taking on Mercedes and Athena and how they're gonna beat them and go on in the championship tournament. So they officially said that's gonna be the match at Dynamite.
Okay.
Then we had Mercedes versus Olympia for the CMLL Women's Championship with Chris Statlander on commentary. And Mercedes gets the win because she's not going to lose the title. She gets the win, and Chris and her are just like having a stare down. But then we find out the women's blood and guts team, Mercedes is on one team and Chris is on the other team. I was like, oh, okay. Because it's Mercedes, the Sisters of Sin, Megan Bain, and Marina Shafir versus Queen Aminata, Jamie Hayter, Willow, Harley, Tony Storm, and Chris Statlander. Thoughts?
I don't want Mercedes and Chris in this. Like, this seems off just for those two.
Me neither. I don't want that either, but I don't know. They just like put them in there. It's like, all right, sure, let's just take it.
It was like a fuck it thing. Like fuck it.
Yeah. Like Chris Statlander has beef, like she has beef with the bad guys, but Mercedes has nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
they just threw her in because like she's wrestling Chris. It was like, all right, just throw you in. All right.
And Chris should not be in it either because, again, like you said, she's beefing with Mercedes, but she's also the champion. This is beneath her.
Hmm. So whatever. Just let it. I want to see how this goes. So like let's see if they get violent. Let's see what happens.
Hmm.
So then we had the Bucks in the back, and Don Callis is talking to him. And Don Callis is like, I'm gonna make you guys rich. And they're like, I guess so. Fuck it.
Aren't they already rich? I'm just
No,
saying.
they're broke. The fuck? The Bucks are broke.
No, I'm talking about real life.
Oh, in real life, yeah. But on storyline, they're broke. So then we had the debut of Nixon Mule and Miranda Alizé, the Lucha Baddie, and they're out. This is their debut, by the way. This is their debut. They're out against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir.
They're dead.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. They wound up dying. And John Moxley was on commentary for some godforsaken reason. I was like, why are you on commentary? But
Marina.
I know that, but like it just didn't make sense. But Nixon and Miranda got murdered. Like they got murdered and it was over. And it's like, dog, that's their debut. Like, what are we doing here?
That was horrible.
Yeah, I was just pissed off. So then we had I mean not a triple threat, a six man with the faction Le Gobernables versus the conglomeration with what is his name? I want to call him what is his name? The Lucha dude. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Commander.
Commander. Commander's on the team. Commander's not part of the conglomeration. And we haven't
Yeah,
seen him in like months, so you know, fuck it.
he might be hologram's replacement.
Hologram. Oh, shout out to Hologram because he just got knee surgery and he's healing up. So shout out to Hologram.
Yeah,
And after this match, the conglomeration wins, and they say the conglomeration is going to be in blood and guts against the Death Riders with Darby Allin on the conglomeration side. So,
that one. I feel the same way about that one that do about the women. Like Darby should not be in that.
but Darby got beef with Moxley, so that's the only reason.
Yeah,
The weird part is like I think Roderick Strong is gonna fucking turn in this match.
yeah.
And then we had Hook and Eddie Kingston, and Eddie was like, yo, you lost out there, but it's cool. I got your back. I love you, and you're my homie. Something of those effects.
More or less, yeah.
So then we had a casting couch by MXMTV, and they're taking on the Bang Bang Club, and they lost to the Bang Bang Club because MXMTV are this bunch of losers.
Pretty much.
Yes. And then we get to the main event, which was a Ring of Honor television, I mean, no, world title, Ring of Honor world title match. Masquerita Dorada versus Bandidito. And this was a good match, but I want Bandidito to take some time off because he fucked up his shoulder weeks ago. And now in this match, it looked like he fucked it up again. But then at the end, he was like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, dude, every time you say you're fine and you do a move, your fucking shoulder just dies again. Like, please take time off, even though he's like a double champion, but please take time off.
He ain't fine. He got to lose the titles.
Yeah, but Bandito beat Masquerita Dorada. So that's how Collision ended with Bandito as the winner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is 2 days of wrestling. And I know someone's in the comments going, what about New Japan? New Japan is on after this, is later in the night. And I'll get to it next week because it'll have all of the implications on what the hell is happening in Wrestle Kingdom. Hopefully, hopefully it's something good and they don't do the dumbass shit that everybody wants them to do. Oh, you should be Okada versus Takashia. No, no. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we just move on and just move on.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, any last words?
Great wrestling.